this call starting now. So what I advise, have a pen and paper ready to go. And I'm going to kick it off by saying a couple things. Number one, I appreciate you guys for being on this call right now. I know I sent out that text to all of you who voted in the poll. I was really, I shared this the other day in a video message that I sent out to the IM family chat. And I was with Chairman 100, Darwin Lopez, the other week. And he was saying some things that just really felt like he was directing it at me. You ever been in like one of those scenarios or, with somebody and maybe you're in a larger crowd or whatever, and you felt like, even though there was a ton of people in the room, you felt like that one person was just talking to you the entire time. And that's literally how it felt. And so I was very inspired and just totally moved and shifted in that moment. And I really, really wanted to just change and do something different, right? And so it kind of shifted me to reach out to all of you guys, because I've actually had quite a few people, a handful of you guys reach out to me specifically asking for help, asking for guidance and accountability and community and all these other things. And I know how important that is, especially on this journey. Like, it can be hard. Like, it can be a challenge. I'm not even trying to say at all whatsoever that this is going to be an easy road, because it's not. This is such a character building journey that we're on. And I'm really grateful to be a part of it with people like you. I keep telling Alex, I'm like, I got into this about 3 years ago. And 3 years ago, Abby had no idea what she was even doing. I was sunk so deep in student loan debt. I know you guys know my story, but this journey is so much better with the people that you're going on with it. And, through the skill set of learning how to trade and making money and growing my account and being able to afford and pay for things that, maybe I've never been able to do before, and pay certain bills down that I never even thought I would be able to do. That's all great and amazing, but we're on this call for another reason. Of course, we're here to make a serious income, right? But there's a whole nother side of what we have to have in front of us that we can take advantage of. And that's a serious impact. And that's something that I'm going to give credit to where credit's due. And that's what Darwin Lopez talked about the other night. And it just really hit me like, yo, I want to do both. I'm already on my way to making a very significant, severe income, right? And I know all of you guys are as well. Stay the course, stay focused, stay plugged in, be a product of the product, know why you're doing this in the first place. But damn, we are in it's not even 5.3, it's a $6.6 trillion per day market. You have the ability to make a full-time income, a part-time income, a supplemental income, financial freedom from your phone. You have a desire to do that not only for yourself and your future family, but we're on here because we want to make an impact. We want to develop relationships and friendships with people that are like-minded, that are actually going somewhere. That's why people buy into you in the first place, right? IM already sells itself. Financial education on how to make money in the largest financial market in the world, to crypto and Forex. I don't need to say anything else. People will buy into you because of who you are and where you're going. That's what success is. You guys heard, I'm going to say this at the end of the call as well, but The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale, that has been an audio since the beginning of October. I have been taking seriously and listening to on a regular basis. You might have seen me contact you, inbox or post it in the IM family chat. That audio, I've been listening to that on a regular basis every single day. Listen to it and tell me your thoughts after you do. It's going to shift the way that you actually think and just believe in yourself and where you're going. And he talks about the idea of success and goals. It is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. You know where you're going. That's what success is. You have a clear vision and understanding of where you're going. You don't know how. Nobody knows how. Okay. It's not that you know how, it's just, why you're doing what you're doing. And you have a definiteness of purpose. That's what that is. And that's why people buy into you. because you know where you're going. And that's one thing that I pulled away from when Darwin was talking the other night. He was so sure about what he's doing, who he's helping, and where he's going, why he's doing it in the first place. It doesn't matter if people say yes or no. He's not attached to anyone. He's just so sure about what he's doing. He has that posture, and he's just going. And people want that. People join you because they believe that you can take them where they want to go. Write that down. People join you. People want to be a part of what you're doing because they believe that you can take them where they want to go. That's why when we talk to people, we're not just sending out the exposure link. We're actually getting down to their pain. We're actually understanding their need in their life. Just like every single one of you guys on this call, you are still here because the person that talked to you, they figured out why you needed this in the first place. They actually made a connection with you. They actually figured out what your pain point was or what your dream in your life was and how this could actually help you. Number one, that's leverage for you because now you have a reason to share this with them. But that's why you can be postured. That's why you can be so sure about what you're doing because you know why they need this in the first place, right? Maybe they're working 2 jobs. I know people that are. You guys know people that are. Maybe they have student loan debt. It's the largest debt in the United States, right? Credit card debt. Maybe people want to, spend more time with their family. Like whatever it is, this company can help you make more money, get your time back, right? Make a serious income, and if you want to, make a serious impact. I wanted to start and kick off the call. I know it was a long intro, but I needed to share that with people because I know that you guys want to be, you guys want to make a difference. Everybody in some way, shape, or form is craving fulfillment, okay? What I mean by that is you are going to crave down the road, some way, shape, or form, the ability to contribute, the ability to be a part of something bigger than yourself. So whether you do it here or not, you're going to do it down the road. And if you don't feel that fulfillment in some way, shape, or form by contributing and actually helping and doing something bigger than yourself, then you're going to fill that void with something like a vice. These are words that I've pulled from just studying and listening to people like Christopher Derrick and Austin Godsey and Jason Brown and Matt Rosa and all these top players. They all say this, okay? Why I'm saying this is because this is one of the biggest impacts that you can make on somebody. I don't need to convince you on this call. You guys are already here for a reason. But I'm telling you this because I need you to see the bigger picture of all of this, okay? Whether you do it here or not, you're going to find some way to create fulfillment in your life. And if you don't, you're going to fill that void with things that aren't going to fulfill you. They're just going to satisfy you for that moment. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't even need to go into detail, okay? So that's the kickoff of the call, right? So I wanna break this down. This is what I posted in my chats with you guys, building 101, right? I know a lot of us on here, like I've already stated, okay, we want community, we want accountability, and we want some kind of guidance. We want somebody showing us what to do. And I'm not here to say like I'm gonna hold your hand and babysit you, but as much work ethic and belief that you put into this and into yourself, I'm going to match it. I'm going to slam my foot on the gas pedal with you, okay? We're working together. We are all working together. Like, you guys have read Think and Grow Rich, all of these, Napoleon Hill, Earl Nightingale, Bob Proctor, they all talk about the same thing. Like a mastermind, when people come together and mastermind, you're coming together and forming one mind essentially, and there's so much more greater power and energy in that. Like that's what we can do here, okay? I know all of us are not on the same team, but it doesn't matter. I started here too. I remember getting on calls when I first didn't even know what the heck I was doing, and I was coming together with like-minded people, and I was able to feed off of their energy. Everybody on here knows where they're going. We just need a little bit more guidance. We just need a little more sense of urgency in what we're doing, right? So that's what I really wanted to focus on this call right now is just you guys knowing that we have some sense of community. We have some sense of accountability, right? And we have some sense of guidance, and I want to be able to give that to you. I want you guys to know that you can use me and leverage me in any way possible. Just make sure y'all are putting in the work. That's it. Results will happen when you stay consistent and you put in the work. And I'm just here as somebody you can leverage, ask questions, get me in three-way calls, three-way chats, whatever it may be. I'm here. I want to work. I want to help you guys. I'm going to open this up for like questions at the end. I just want to make sure I get through some of this. But I wanted to ask you, let me see if I can find this really quick. I wrote down some questions. You guys, anybody ever heard of Dan Lok before? You guys put in the chat or something. Hold on. I watched a video on Dan Lok the other day. 1, 2. And it was talking, he asked like a few questions. They were really, really good. I'm going to pull them up on my phone really quick. But yeah, he asked a few questions and I was like, wow, these are questions that I want to be able to ask like people that I'm bringing onto my team, to make sure like we're connected and I'm actually learning about them, things like that. I'm gonna have to find them later. I thought I had them on my phone right here, but I don't see them. So yeah, I'm gonna have to find them later. All right, I'm gonna find them later because I don't want to scroll through my messages to see if I can find it. I thought I had them right here. Sorry guys, I just feel like I had it. I don't. All right, I'm not gonna sit here and watch it or try to find them. I will text them to you, or on the next call I'll share them with you because they're really, really good. These are questions that you can ask yourself, because I feel like if you're asking other people certain questions, like you know how we form people, right? If we're asking people those form questions, or like why do you do what you do, or things like that, you should be able to have answered those questions for yourself too. I hope that makes sense. So anyways, I know having a game plan is really important, right? We need to have a game plan for what we're doing moving forward. So number one, I wrote down basically some basic steps on what we should be doing, because obviously we're all on this call to make a serious impact. I know I wrote in that message, I was very straightforward with everything, and I know it's really cool. I think like 15 or so people voted in the poll. 10 of you guys are on this call right now. That's lit. That's really, really cool. And I think it was last night, we were at another event, and they basically said that, and this is something that Austin Godzi said, everyone that you see in this room or wherever you're at, 80% of them won't be here, in 12 months from now. And it's true. And I don't want to say that, but it's just the fact of the matter. Like a lot of the people that I've worked with, that I've come across, that I've encountered, that I've brought on and things like that, like most of them aren't here anymore. Only a small few. There are new people that come on, new blood, and that's amazing, and I'm grateful. But you just start to see that most people don't outlast the challenges, don't outlast the adversity. They don't remember why they do this in the first place. So you start to make excuses, and I'm guilty of that too. I've been there. I still make excuses about little things, and I'm working on catching myself, right? But I really want you to dig deep. Like that's number one of the game plan, is really writing down and getting down to it. Why are you doing this in the first place? Who are you doing this for? And I'm gonna tell you, my why has changed since I first got started 3 years ago, right? Even before I was even a part of this, I was doing something for a reason. My why has changed. So really understand, why do you show up to go live sessions? Why do you get up early in the morning and go to the gym? Why do you, do certain things that are productive and good habits that are actually going to make you a better person in the long run? Why are you doing those things? Okay, that's number one. You got to know that. Write that down. And if you want to, again, this is about accountability. Text it to me. Text me your why. Send me a screenshot of why you're doing this. Say, Abby, this is why I'm doing this. Like, hold me accountable. These are my goals. Like, I want to make this work. I want to do X, Y, Z. Like, I would do that all the time with the person that I was working with, right? The person who brought me on, my leader. I do that. Feel free to use me, even if I didn't personally enroll you or anything like that. I want you guys to know that you have somebody that you can go to, because I know what it feels like to not feel like you have that. That makes sense. So that's number one. Know why you're doing this, or know who you're doing this for, or vice versa. Number two is, where do you want to go, right? This whole experience that you're having right now, right? You're learning how to trade in the largest financial markets in the world. Know your goals for that, of course. But what do you want to make out of your experience with making an impact? I see it as making an impact in building relationships and friendships with people that actually support me, that actually have big dreams and big visions for themselves, actually know where they want to go and are clear and confident about it and postured about it. I want relationships and friendships like that, where I can like talk about ideas and grow with people. That's why I want to make a serious impact, is to develop people and watch them transform and grow with them along their process and be able to help people that actually need this and are hungry for it. So write down, why are you doing this and where do you want to go with it? What is a serious impact going to mean to you in building a dream team and having good people in your life, in your circle that you can trust, that are all supportive? I'm just trying to build a vision for you guys right now and like allow you to see that picture, because it's very, very clear for me. So that's number 2. And this is just a side question, but it's a really good question. If you're not doing this, what else are you doing? If you're not learning how to trade, it's a crazy question. If you're not learning how to trade, if you're not making an impact through this, what are you doing? And I thought about that the other day, and I was like, I have no idea what else I would be doing. I am always thinking about this. I'm always thinking about this. Like, always. I can't stop thinking about, like, making money. This is so normal to do it from my phone now. And it only becomes normal when you continue to do it repeatedly. Some people don't give themselves a long enough time to make something familiar and normal that they quit too soon, and they don't even allow themselves to start or even like taste success. And some people have a longer window, right? And like, I know that I learned very slow. I learned super slow. But I was so grateful that I allowed myself a longer period of time to learn this skill set. Because if I quit too early, like maybe it takes me like a year, right? Which it kind of did. Maybe it took me a year to really, really understand what this is. But maybe I stopped at like month 9 or month 10. You know, I would never know. So give yourself time. As long as you're consistent and you're taking proper action and you're plugging in, like, you're going to be successful. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. I know it's super cliche, but you get my point. It's real. So what else would you be doing? These are great questions. Write them down, answer them yourself. And when you build a team, you can ask these questions to them. Man, why are you doing this? You remember you told me XYZ? Like, that's who you're doing it for. So write these down and keep them, because when you start to build your own dream team, you have people on there that are struggling, that, you know, are confused or don't really know where to go. You can help realign them. You can give them these questions. And I know that these were helpful for me. Number 2 or 3 or whatever. It's kind of number 2, but whatever. Be a product of the product. That's like a no-brainer, but I feel like I need to reiterate that for some people. Be a product of the product. I have a new members guide. If you guys don't have this, let me open it up on my docs. If you don't have this, message me. I'll send it to you. I can put it in the chat. I just feel like sometimes when I put it in the chat, it doesn't really matter. Because it's kind of just like, oh, I have access to everything. It's, you know, Abby's always going to post it or whatever. Like, I can do that, but it's only those that are serious that are going to take advantage of it. So let me just share my screen really quick with y'all so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, you guys can see this? Cool. So this is something that I send. We just had a guy get started this week. He's out in Chicago. His name's Joseph. He's in the chat. Welcome him. I know we had a few other people get started this week as well. This is a document. It's very like that. Like, this is it. It's so simple, so clear cut. So it's very structured. And I put this together based off of what I've learned from my mentors and something that I know that the newest person could be able to just like look at and understand exactly what they need to do. And you guys can look at this, but I send in this document. It's a 3-step process. Write down why you decided to learn how to trade. Okay. what would more money or more time allow you to do or experience more of? They've got to know that. Why are you doing this in the first place? So that's number one. Why are you doing this? Number two, go through the Academy 100 and 200 series videos first. And then I explain what this is actually going to help them do. Because I know a lot of times when I've brought people on, they go through the Academy, they think the Academy is going to actually teach them how to trade, when it's only going to give them the basic and intermediate understanding and foundation of what the Forex market is and how it works, understanding the language and the vocabulary. So I have that in there so they understand and have that expectation of like, okay, I'm not actually going to learn how to trade here. I'm just going to get a solid foundation and awareness for what the market is. Cool. And then number three, tune into the Go Live sessions and choose a basics and product educator. This is so important. I know a lot of people just kind of like to jump in, and I was somebody who was at first directing people to watch a certain trader, and that's great. I'm not trying to tell people like what to do. I'm just advising based off of my personal experience and what I've learned, that this seems to be the most productive way to do this. And I've learned this from watching Mikey Sotero, Chairman 10 out in Miami, listening to Mount Rosa, listening to Jason Brown, like all of these individuals. Have them choose, because then they actually start to find an educator that they like, and it's on them. They do their research. They figure out their educator that they like. I have this girl out in Liverpool. Her name is Katie. If you see her, say hi. She's freaking awesome. She watches this, she'll blush. But anyways, she's so cool. She messages me all the time, like just telling me about her progress. And I had her, she follows this. And she was messaging me just this week how she started to use bounce back. And I think she told me that she took like 3 or 4 trades and she won all 3-4 of her trades. This is on demo, but she just got started a couple weeks ago. But I told her, I was like, you need to plug into a basics and a product educator. She did that and she's getting results. She's starting to see her demo account in blue and growing, and she's building confidence in herself. Amazing. And then she was telling me that she was listening to, she likes Jordan and Zach, the educators on the Go Live sessions. And she was telling me how she really likes their strategy and their training. And then she was telling me how just based off of learning their strategy, she put 2 of her own trades in on her demo account and she won. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. Like obviously she understands risk and losses and things like that. But the fact of the matter is she's plugging in. She's doing what she's supposed to be doing, and she's getting results. She's growing. Like, that makes me so happy, because like not only do we have a good friendship and we're building a relationship together, but I'm actually seeing her like win. And that's one of the best feelings. Like, it is literally one of the best feelings that you can have when you bring somebody into this who you know that actually needs this, and you can watch them like just build their own confidence. You can see them grow. That's one of the best parts about this. Like, yes, I can make money myself, but damn, to help somebody else do this themselves, it's a no-brainer. And that's why I'm so like appreciative and proud of all of you guys on this call who actually see that bigger vision for not only yourself but other people. So I have this. If you want to take advantage of it, message me and I'll send it to you. But it's very, very straightforward. Choose a basics and product educator. That way they can start to learn how to trade and leverage a tool to start to build their account. Even if it's on demo, they can start to see that grow and have the confidence to move into a live account still using a product. I still use the tools. They help. Oh my goodness. And then I have down here, learn a trading strategy and earn with the products. And then move to advanced educators once you feel more comfortable with the basics. So freaking simple. And then this is just something for them that I added, but this is how they can make sure that they're on track for success. Write down and commit to a daily schedule. 1 hour a day minimum to the Go Live sessions and demo live trading. Number 2, write down your short-term and long-term goals. Boom. Complete the Forex Academy videos. You're watching, 1 to 2, 2 to 3 Go Live educators. You're learning your trading strategy and earning from the products. And then this is the coolest part. Check this out, guys. Like, when you get this, check this part out. Get your membership for free. Right here is a hyperlink. They can go to a free membership guide that I set up. And this first thing that they're going to look at is a video. Mike Sotero did a video that's like 6 minutes long on how to properly invite your warm market. If you don't have your tune free, I would seriously start here. This is like so simple. And I did an example of me talking to a warm market and the conversation and how it went. Literally exactly what Mike went over in his video. Again, so many resources to plug into and win. And this is the video, if anybody's wondering, this is the video that I personally use to send exposures. This is a video that Mike Sotero did. It's really good. I would watch it if you've never seen it before you send it out. So that's the free membership guide. And then somebody wants to fund and learn how to fund their live trading account. Again, optional, go here. Okay. It's a document that I broke down. Let me get out of here. Anyways, y'all can go through this. It's really simple. Okay. It's a one pager. This is just an example, but it's a one pager. PS3. We've all heard that. Okay. It's so simple, guys. Like I can't make it any more simple unless you guys have suggestions. Let me know. But again, if you want the access to the new members guide, just message me. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Okay, cool. So I hope that makes sense. Again, very simple. Be a product of the product, because every time I tune into a go live session or I look on the harmonic scanner and I'm putting in a trade, it just continues to build my personal confidence. And then when I go out, like sometimes I'll even just like go on there and look and like listen to something before I start messaging people. Like that's only if I'm like in a funk or whatever. But I'll do that because I'm like, yo, we have something here, and it builds my confidence and it gives me that like, not even like that boost, but just like that, okay, let's go. And I start talking to people. I'm like, yo, finding the need, messaging them, the people. And I have this posture and this like for sureness about what I'm doing. And it just makes this so much more fun, to say the least. So be a product of the product. I'll check the chat right now. I just want to continue to go through this. Okay, and then the last part that I put on here is like, we all want to make an impact. How can we do that? It's really simple, by sharing information. And I broke this down into a couple different ways. So number one, when you get started, you become a customer, right? You're just focusing on trading. Number two, and I ask these questions whenever I get on a launch call with somebody. So if you bring on a new person and maybe you don't have launch calls with them, or maybe you don't have somebody that you go to for launch calls to help you, message me. Be like, hey, Abby, I just brought somebody new on. Is it cool if we do a launch call together? Let's do it. I'll show you exactly what I do. It'll be fun. So I'll ask them on the call, how do you want to maximize your experience? Do you want to get your membership for free? We'll show them how to do that. Number three is like, look, man, like I know you're hard at work. I don't want you putting your hard-earned money into your, try to fund your broker's account. Let me show you a better way, right? And then if this is something that they want to do, you can go out and make an extra $600. It's freaking simple. Okay. So we talk about that, and then the impact part, something so much bigger than an extra $600 to $1,000 a month, which is really good money, especially in a lot of parts of the world. But with what we're trying to do, we want to go out there and really help people and create an insane residual income in the process. At the same time. So the last thing, I'm going to get into this at a different time. In that new members guide, it's going to have everything for you to start going through. And you can obviously use me with any questions. I want to stop talking and just open it up for questions in a bit. But basically, y'all need to write down your goal. What do you want to achieve as far as your impact goal? Like how many people? What rank do you want to be? Write that down and write a date next to it. And this is what I'm going to talk about next on why the date, but write a date next to it. A lot of people use dates of the convention, like London in February. A lot of people will use that, but pick a date or pick a goal and a date that makes sense, okay? And if you need help with breaking down your daily action plan, your daily routine, talk to me, okay? How many people you should be, talking to and things like that. Following the PS3 system, which is all in that new members guide as you go through it. And then the last thing I wanted to say is personal development. I noticed that my conversations with people became more meaningful and just a lot more natural as I continue to personally develop myself. And it's, by reading books. This is one of the books that I'm reading right now, Emotional Intelligence. Really, really, really solid book. I'm like speed reading through it every time I read it. It's really, really good. And then I'm listening to Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret. And Darwin talked about Napoleon Hill's lectures in his own voice. You can download it on iTunes onto your phone, or it's on YouTube, whatever. So listen to something. Is as a recommendation, if you guys just got started in IM, I would say, hey, have you ever done any kind of personal development? Most people, they would say yes. But some people actually say no, they don't even know what I'm talking about. So a great starter is The Strangest Secret. So if you have anybody that's looking for personal development or they're brand new, tell them to plug into The Strangest Secret. Just type that in on YouTube. It's a 30-minute audio, and it's really good. It's gonna shift the way that you see and believe in yourself moving forward. So that is it for this call. I would love to do these on a weekly basis. Like Wednesdays are a really good time for me personally. We have 12 people on this call right now. I would love to see the numbers grow, but I want to know if this is like a great time for you guys as well. So I'm going to open it up for – you guys see my screen now? We're good? I'm going to open it up for questions. I know we have like 4.5 minutes left, but if you guys want me to send another Zoom link, say so now or in the chat. But if anybody has questions, feel free to unmute yourself.
Hey, Abby, it's Albert.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
I'm good. What's
Abby,
up?
good. We couldn't see your screen. It was all white, so that part we couldn't follow, unfortunately.
Could anybody see my screen?
I could see your screen just fine.
You could see it?
I'm not sure about earlier.
Okay. Can anybody else see my screen?
No.
No? Are you serious? You guys didn't want
Yeah, unfortunately. It was all white, yeah.
It was all white?
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on one second. Because I did record it and it showed it on my end. But let me just make sure. Can you guys see anything now?
No, it's all white.
Yeah, it is white.
Oh my god, that's so weird. Okay, well, the video that I recorded should have it, so I apologize. But I will post the recording and make sure that it shows it. Otherwise, I'll just send the new members guide out, and you guys will be able to see everything on there. I apologize about that. I really wish somebody would have told me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. I should have looked at my screen. Anyways, any other questions?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Well, I'll keep you guys posted. If you guys would like to do these calls moving forward, I'll have something planned for next week. As the weeks go on, we become different people. We continue to grow and things like that. Send me questions or maybe some challenges that you're going through, so that way when we do have another call, I can touch base on those, and I can even ask other people to jump on and things like that, like some of the leaders and stuff, so it's not just the same person every time. So I apologize that my screen was white. I'm going to check the recording and make sure that you guys can actually see it. That's so weird. I apologize. But I'll make sure I send out the link to the new members guide. That way you guys have access to it. Any questions, let me know. I'm super, super excited for all of you. Very, very grateful. And I'm really, really pumped to see where you guys continue to grow with this journey together. So with that being said, guys, have a great rest of your Wednesday. Crush the rest of your week. Be a product of the product. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace.